Hello again, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in Wantage, Oxfordshire. I've just ridden about an hour from my place over in Buckinghamshire. And today we're going to do one of my other favourite loops, which is from Wantage down to the A4, along the A4 to Newbury, and then back across the Downs back to Wantage. I think they call it the Lambourne Downs, or I guess it could be the Newbury Downs, but it's the Downs anyway. Now this section is only about 42-43 miles, but it'll take about an hour to do it, and I'm going to stop and get some pictures somewhere on the way. So I've just come in from the east of Wantage, and so I'm taking this Hungerford direction here. Just got to go around this, so I haven't gone into the town centre, is further on down that road. We just pick up the start of the loop down here. Just want to mention as well, as you've probably noticed, I've rebranded the channel from DJI Motorcycling. Never really did like that too much, and it wasn't very catchy, so I've now rebranded it to Yarro Moto, as you can see, as my surname is Yarro with a W on the end of it, so it's a little bit more snappy. Hopefully it's easy to remember for people if they're mentioning my channel to other people. So this turning on the left is where we're going to be coming back to Wantage from. Because obviously we're still in the corona situation over here, and I stopped for fuel a little time back, and I was a bit surprised that I was the only one who actually bothered to put a mask on when going in to pay for my fuel. Everybody else seemed to be wandering in and out. Noisy little Harley there. Right, so we take a left here. This is the Hungerford road, so the A338 is what you want to look for. So as I was saying, you know, obviously I've changed the name to Yarro Moto, and please remember to recommend the channel if you like it to all of your friends, motorcycle buddies, etc., because I'm trying to grow the subscriber side of it. So it's a bit slow coming out of the town here, but once we get out of this bit it opens up. Not that far from Castle Combe down this way, which is in Wiltshire, so it's some of you may know this area if you've been down at Castle Combe for a bit of biking or watching some of the motor racing down there. Lovely rolling countryside down here. We're right on the border with Wiltshire. Marlborough is in the direction that we're travelling, but a little further over to my right. Very pretty high street if you haven't been down there before. Popular on the Top Gear filming events with Jeremy Clarkson, because he also lives down this way, or he used to. Let's get past this guy. I've changed the baffling on all of the cameras. I've got this little sleeve on them all just to see whether the audio from them is usable on its own, because I normally put the main helmet cam audio over the top of any other auxiliary cameras that I'm using, but we'll see. One van, two vans. Right, let's clear this one. Right, let's put this screen up, because it might be a bit, it seems to be a bit, oh I know, it's my helmet. close the helmet. That might be a bit quieter for me. I don't know if it makes a difference to you. Just lovely views around here. Nicely surfaced usually. I haven't been down here this year, so just being a little bit cautious on the corners in case something's changed. But nice and flowing. You have to watch out for the horses down here because being close to Lambourne and the Downs there, a lot of the racing stables are based around here, and they cross these roads on their exercises. I think it's probably hence the speed limit down here. I'll point out the main crossing point when I get to it. Which I think is just around here on one of these brows. I'm sure there used to be a sign. No, it's not that one. To warn people that you come out to one. Listen to the Florida like this one, white van man, balking me now. Oh, it's going to crack on a bit. There's quite a few blind brows on this. There we go, horse sign. Nice sunny day. I'm still on furlough. I don't know what you guys are doing. This is a Monday morning. I thought it'd be a bit quieter to come out down here on a Sunday where all the bikers come thrashing up and down here. .22 degrees, it's not too bad. Great Shefford. There's a fuel stop down here on the left if you need one. I'll leave the visor. I'll leave the screen up for a minute because it seems to be a bit quieter, perhaps for filming purposes. Have to crack the old visor a little bit though. So I've got a red light. can probably see this bloody mess that is on the front of this foam casing. I suddenly realised that how do you tell whether the thing's actually working, because you can't see the red light, so I had to cut out a hole for the red light. But then I wanted to cover up the mess I'd made cutting out a hole, hence the gauze there. Just you can see it, but it's not easily visible when you're trying to concentrate on the riding as well. Whatever. So we just follow the road here, still towards Hungerford 338. Don't be lured into going straight on at this corner here. Seen it happen. Didn't go over the white line. No, not a nod, bugger all. I haven't had one at all this morning. I've nodded to every motorcyclist. I think there's a change going on. Well, perhaps younger bikers just don't know about it, I don't know. Not a single nod back so far. What's that all about, eh? We're a bit caught in traffic here. Trips this year, bet yours have all been messed up like mine. And, my colleague and I, who are arranging the trip, have decided to postpone it until perhaps next year. It's just too many options going on, we're not sure what's happening, and in view of some of these extra spikes going on, may have been the right thing to do. Plus my job looks as though it's my job's in danger at the moment, shall we say. I have another meeting on Friday just to see what's going on there, but it's 50-50 whether I'll be kept on. Good old virus, eh? I'm sure there's a lot more of you in a similar situation. So I think a big touring trip this year is off the cards. So we're down at this big roundabout here, which is the M4, as you can see from the signs going over the top of us. So we're just going to go straight ahead, carrying on down on this Hungerford road, the 338. Still, we've had some pretty good weather in the UK. Guarantee that it was going to stay this way. Scotland, it would be brilliant. I've never had a decent trip. I haven't done that many, to be honest, but I've seen other people in videos having fantastic weather up in Scotland, the Highlands. So I can imagine it would be fantastic. Let's try and wait. Oh, I've got to nod back. Come on. but it's a long old thrash up there. It's a good day's riding to get up there. So that's 2 days just spent on getting there and getting back. Last time I went for a long weekend, it rained every single day. Not great fun. You might as well just go a day the other direction, south. We're just coming into Hungerford. Hungerford, is that Berkshire? I think it's Berkshire rather than, yeah. Petrol station here on the right hand side. Do good coffee, well, the usual sort of coffee and drinks and sandwiches in there if you need to, or turn right and go into Marlborough. I'm not, I'm going left here onto the A4. There's about 20 miles down here. It's quite a fast road, but I've never seen any. I've seen police driving up and down in here, but I've never actually seen a speed check down here. But be careful, because it obviously does encourage you down this part. Down the A4 towards Newbury. If you'd have gone right back there at the petrol station and headed in that direction, Castle Coombe, Chippenham, is that direction. Well, not much traffic around there. In fact, there's really much traffic along here, to be honest. Because the road's so wide, you can usually get past. Let's blat on and get down to Newbury. While I have the spare time at the moment, do let me know if there's anything particular you'd like me to film in the area of sort of Buckinghamshire around there. I did have a few requests for information about what I kit up the bike with when I go touring, like the panniers, etc., which I haven't done yet. I didn't think there'd be a huge amount of interest, although I've had 1 or 2 comments about it. Maybe I'll do that in the future. But let me know if that's of interest to you. Everybody seems to do what I take, what tools to take, what I wear. Don't know how boring that is for everybody. I thought that these touring, riding type videos would be of a wider interest, so that's why I've sort of focused on this for the time being. People are nice, they move over a little bit because there's about 2 cars on each side of the carriageway here, but some people just maybe hasn't seen me yet. I have only got 6 lights on the front. Right, so we're just coming to the outskirts of Newbury, and we're going to take the Newbury town centre straight over this roundabout. And again we head into Newbury town centre, straight on A4. Speed camera down here on the left, well, there used to be last year. Signs are still up. There it is. Oh, it's getting well hidden now. The undergrowth is growing. So we're not going right through Newbury. Again, it's on the outskirts. We go down here and hang a left as we head back on the other side of the sort of triangle, if you like, back to Wantage. And on the return side, if you're going to go around in this anti-clockwise direction, there's great views where we come across the actual downs, and I'm going to stop up there and take some pictures before continuing back down into Wantage. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So we're going left at this roundabout. Wantage, Donnington. Well, it's Donnington we come to first. Not that Donnington you're thinking of. Got the speed camera along here. That's the purpose of the blue arrow. It's not to let me know what side of the road to ride on. Just saves me having to haze out the speedo if I happen to just sort of go over the speed limit by a couple of miles an hour. Saves a lot of extra work. Pretty buildings through here. Donnington Abbey. Probably some history to that, but I can't advise you on that, I'm afraid. Sorry. So let me know down below where you're planning, if you're still planning to go abroad this year, where you're going, how many of you are going, what arrangements you've made. Oh, got a key fob battery warning. They don't last long, do they? Mine lasts about a year. You got to change it each season, really, as far as I can remember. They still work for a while, but just hate having extra lights up that are unnecessary on the dash. Let me know what you think of these routes, and you know, whether you want to see more of these or less of these. Do they interest you or not? If you don't live in the area, then you're not probably going to ride up here just to try out a 40-mile route. And then again, bad overtake there, sorry about that. But if you do live locally, you'll know this route, I'm sure, pretty well, and exploit it as often as you can. There's loads of great routes throughout down here on the borders with Wiltshire. I often come down here, and I used to work covering a patch down this way as well, so I've driven, if not ridden, a lot of the roads around here. Just a little bit too far. You just want a quick blast out, because this will take me, this would be a sort of 3 to 4 hour round trip for me from my home, which you haven't always got that amount of time at weekends. Cotswolds is a bit of an easier 2.5 hour loop out for me. grass has grown. God, this is high around these corners to see what's going on. Nice car. McLaren. Wouldn't want one, but nice car. Apparently their reliability is about 20 to 30% reliability on those. Electrics on them aren't great. So I was listening to a podcast the other day, and from two people who actually had them. A bit of visor air. That's enough. Be interesting to hear whether you think I've altered the audio on my helmet microphone. Same mic, just a cheap computer mic. Only a few quid, to be honest. I don't know, people spend a lot of money on their mics, but I've put even more sort of padding coverage over it to try and cut down on the wind noise. I don't know whether that's increased because of sticking GoPros on the mirror stalks. I think that's possibly what's done it. I tried my ultimate Addons case the other day, and that was just diverting masses of air out one side of it when I had it up there on the oh no, sorry, when I had it down here on this mount. Had to turn it a bit. Sorry, not got a lot to say there. Just concentrating on the corners as you. I was concentrating on the vanishing points to see what was going on really. So we're headed up towards the sort of highest point of the sort of escarpment before it falls away down to Wantage on the other side. But just at the top of the escarpment, or the brow of the escarpment I should say, there's a couple of car parks. Hadn't noticed them before. I've never stopped at them before, but I was just looking on Google Earth earlier, and I think they'll offer a good opportunity to stop and take some pictures from there. Right, much open up this part. So we'll take a break in a second and I'll check the batteries, and then we'll get back on the final little section down into Wantage. So I've just got to find this car park here somewhere. As you can see, the views out ahead, fantastic views across the countryside from up here, and on a nice sunny day you get some good pictures. So I think the car park is just here. Yes, looks a bit rough. Interesting. So we can get around here without dropping it. As you saw, that was probably quite a sketchy U-turn there. Didn't realise it was going to be quite so rough down here. Anyway, a few photographs, a little bite to eat. Let's crack on down to Wantage. It's only a short ride down from here, but wanted to show you this side because you get the better views coming this way. There you go, what a view. That's alright, isn't it? And back into Wantage. There we go. That's my little Wantage to Newbury loop. Hope you enjoyed that. Give me a big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. Put your comments down below. I'd like to hear back from you as to what you think, whether you want to see more of these, less of these, other stuff. Give me an idea. Just give me some comments. This is back onto the road that we came in on. So I'm going to go right here and back out, back the way I came. Anyway, that's great. Thanks for watching. Catch up next time. All the best for now.